Hello guys, this is Gilbert 221. Welcome to a uh, new live stream, I guess. This is going to be something different. This is actually going to be the Gilbert 221 podcast. I haven't done anything like this before. I've had this idea for quite a long time, but I've never gotten around to doing it. Let me just turn on my headset audio. Alright, just making sure everything was set up. Sorry about that. But anyway, today we're going to be just doing like a podcast. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this before. You probably have, but basically what a podcast is, it's like a talk show. I just sit down, talk. I don't really talk about the game I'm going to be playing today. I'm going to be playing some No Limits 2. But it's just going to be kind of like a background thing. It's more going to be focused on me talking rather than the actual gameplay itself, like a normal stream that I do. Today we actually have a topic. We're going to be talking about amusement parks, roller coasters. And before I start, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, because today is Thanksgiving. If you live in America, then this is a very special holiday. I hope you guys stuff your face with turkey, because I know I am later on today. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully everything goes alright. I'm thankful for my family, thankful for my viewers, my friends. So guys, as the day goes on, I want everyone to be thankful for something. Just take a second and think about what you're thankful for, and because that's the whole meaning of the holiday. I hope everyone also watched the Macy's Day Parade. I did for a little bit. It was very nice. Pretty glad I'm not in New York right now, because it seems to be pretty cold. Luckily, I'm in good old Erie, so it's not any better up here, but it sounds like it's a little better here than it is in New York City. I actually haven't checked the temperature today, but it was snowing a little bit earlier, but right now it's fine. So, anyway, in this podcast, this is the first episode. We're going to be having special guests every now and then. We're going to have different topics pretty much every time. Maybe one day we just decide to talk about, just anything, new things coming to our channel. We talk about the news and stuff. Today I'm going to be talking about roller coasters and amusement parks, like I said. So I may have special guests one day. I actually want to get Coaster Films in today, but he's pretty busy right now, especially since it's Thanksgiving. I tried to text Insane Coaster Junkie, but he didn't really respond because he may be busy right now. So I have a little bit of time before I leave to go do stuff later on. So I thought might as well do it now, so while I have some time. Yeah, and also it's going to be every now and then. I'm not going to have like a set schedule for when I do it. It's just going to be whenever I feel like it. I might post it on my Twitter, so go check me out on my Twitter, at Gilbert221Games, no capitals at all. You could go follow me there. You get the newest updates for my channel. I can talk about what I'm going to be doing, stuff like that. I'm like what I'm going to be doing when I'm uploading videos, podcasts, and stuff. This was just kind of like I just did it all of a sudden, so I didn't post anything on Twitter yet, but it's on my YouTube channel, so people probably are going to see it then. But like I said, I'm going to be playing some No Limits 2 today. In the background, if you guys don't know what this is, it's just basically a kind of a CAD. It's you get to design and create your own roller coasters. It goes into depth, and so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I have a list in front of me of things I want to talk about. I'm just going to be going down the list and talking about everything. But one thing that's not on my list that I probably should have put down is updates coming to my channel. I think this is important, even though it's not in my topic of amusement parks and roller coasters. I'm actually planning on updating my equipment really soon, hopefully in the next couple of months. So that should be very exciting. If you guys, I'm not going to go into super amount of detail, I might do that later on, but basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be custom building my own PC. Yeah, you heard it right, I'm going to be custom building my own PC. It's going to cost around $1,000, so it's going to be a big investment. I know that's a lot of money to put into a PC, but trust me guys, the quality for my videos is going to be bumped up. stuff like loading, like I'm loading in this world right now, it's gonna be a lot faster. Graphics are gonna be better. I'm gonna be able to run better editors. That's a big one. So my videos can be better edited, or it can be have more edits in it, and I can do things that I haven't been able to do before. I also will be able to play games that I can't play currently, such as Planet Coaster. I really want to play that game, but I can't do it on this PC, on this laptop, I should say, and it really bugs me. But I plan on doing that. I just applied for a job. I had an interview and stuff, and they're gonna get back to me. They said after Thanksgiving, so hopefully I should be hearing from them relatively soon. And maybe I can get a job. I'll be getting paid around 140 every other week. So I have to save for a couple months, and hopefully, I did the math, hopefully by March I'll be able to do it, because my birthday's in March, and I get around $200 for my birthday from all my relatives and stuff, so I'll put that to it. I'm going to be saving every last penny, and then after that, I'm actually going to be updating my camera and getting the Canon T7i. I currently have the T7 and that's more for photography. The T7i is really good for recording. Like, you can put a mic on it, records 4K quality. You have a flippable LCD on the side. My camera doesn't have that. You can also put a mic on it, that I should mention. Also, it doesn't autofocus. I have to manually focus it, and that is a pain. Especially, I can't do that when I'm recording because it'll make this weird, awful noise. Especially since I have a mic on it. So with the T7i, I'll be able to do that, and it's gonna be so much better. I'm really excited for it. Anyway, now that I got that out of the way, let's get right into it. So, the first thing I'm going to mention is my coaster count is now at 72. Before summer began, it was at 71. I rode in one new roller coaster this year, which I'm going to be mentioning in a little bit. And this season wasn't that big. I went to 3 parks and 3. I guess you could technically say 4, but 3 kind of major parks. I'll get into that later on too. But this season was a bit of a slower season. This next season should be really big. Like I said, I'm going to get into that too later. But the one roller coaster I rode this year was Steel Vengeance, guys. The one you've been all hearing about if you're listening to the coaster. And sorry that this is taking forever to load. I know I wasn't going to say I was going to talk about the game, but still, this is pretty boring right now. Probably because I'm streaming and everything is probably slowing it down. But this gives me a better chance to talk to you. And so anyway, Steel Vengeance, guys. The one coaster we have all heard about. It's been all over the news. Record-breaking roller coaster coming that went to Cedar Point is Cedar Point's, or I should say Cedar Fair's, first RMC. Actually, not really. It's like this year, Cedar Fair started working with RMC a lot more, such as Twisted Timbers, Steel Vengeance, and stuff like that. So, guys, this was a big one. Steel Vengeance, the first ever hyper hybrid roller coaster, and what a better fit than to go to Cedar Point, America's Rock and Roller Coaster. And I got to ride it on June 15th. With my friend Sloth. It was a great time. We both enjoyed it. It was a great roller coaster. Coaster Films and Insane Coaster Junkie actually got to go a couple days before me, less than 10 days before me, so they told me how it was. They didn't really spoil it. But guys, I don't think you can spoil it. This coaster was insane. The amount of airtime on it was insane. It has the most airtime on any roller coaster in the world. You're out of your seat for 27 seconds, guys. Think about hovering out of your seat for 27 seconds. That's how long you're out of your seat on Steel Vengeance. So that is insane. The airtime is amazing. What?
Is Mom the one that's in the bathroom?
I don't know.
Thanks, Dad.
What?
Thanks, Dad.
Dad? Alright. So anyway. Sorry about that, my brother just walked in. So, airtime, you're out of your seat for 27 seconds, and it's insane. So, anyway, what else are we... Alright, inversions, there we go. Inversions, it has a total of 4 inversions on Steel Vengeance. 2 right at the beginning, right after another, and then 2 in the end. And the last 2 were probably my favorite. They were super cool. Inversions were probably the last thing I think about when thinking about Steel Vengeance. Just because I think the coaster is more about the speed and stuff like that. What else? So yeah, the inversions were pretty cool. They weren't amazing, but they were good, and they're a nice addition to the ride. There's a total of 4, like I said. And then I already mentioned that and that. So yeah, my final thoughts on Steel Vengeance. It's insane. First of all, it has a 90-degree drop. That in itself is pretty incredible. The drop, you completely forget about the drop after you ride the rest of the coaster, just because the drop is like, it's really the last thing you think about. I think that when I think of this coaster, I think of the speed, I think of the airtime. I don't really think about the drop, and the drop is just like a warm up before the actual ride, and that's incredible to think. So yeah. Anyway. So my trip to Cedar Point was fun. We got fast lane, so we got to ride everything. We went on what was it? I want to say maybe a Saturday? So either Saturday or Friday, on June 15th, and it was a great time. It was a nice day. There was no rain at all, so we got to ride everything we wanted to. Nothing was closed down that I could think of. The only things I don't think we rode were, we didn't ride Blue Streak. Did we? I don't know if we rode Magnum. I can't remember. I don't. Actually, yeah, I think we did. I believe we rode Magnum. I can't really remember. We also didn't ride Gemini. Wicked Twister we didn't ride. So we didn't ride a couple things, but still, we rode a lot, and it was a lot of fun. We kind of did it as like a late birthday present for me. That's why I brought my friend with me. But anyway, next thing is Kings Island. Kings Island, we went there on August 11th, 2018, and that was also super fun. We went on a 3-day camping trip. One of the days we went to Kings Island. If you guys don't know where Kings Island is, it's about 5 hours away from where I live. I would say around 3 hours away from Cedar Point. So that park is super fun too. I've been there a couple times, and it's probably my second favorite amusement park in the world. We got to ride a lot of different roller coasters. We rode everything but Racer and Invertigo. Those were the 2 rides we didn't ride, and of course the kiddie coasters, which I'm ashamed. I'll mention those later. But yeah, we rode Mystic Timbers too, which opened a couple years ago. I went on it, I want to say the year it opened. I think I might have gone on it, and at first I didn't like it, but then we went back and I rode it this last time, and it is now my favorite wooden roller coaster. It is so much fun. You have you have a lot of airtime, and just it's not a long ride or even really fast ride, but it's really fun, and I don't know why I didn't like it before. I guess I just really didn't expect it, and I thought it was just kind of meh. But now after riding another time and I knew what to expect, it was actually a lot better. So that was good. And then we also got to ride Diamondback. That's another one that I really like there. That's probably my favorite coaster in the park, probably. If you guys don't know Diamondback, it is a Bnm Hyper, and that's really fun. It's really fast. It's the tallest and fastest one in the park, so that was really fun to ride. And yes, so we got to ride that several times. I probably went on that the most out of any coaster in the park that day. And I was constantly on and off that because we also got Fast Pass when we went there too, so I got to ride everything. Once again, it was a pretty actually no, it did rain actually. the day we went, but the majority of the day was nice. And it cleared up after it, but when it rained, it was pretty awful. Sorry. So anyway, after Diamondback, Woodstock Express and the Great Pumpkin Coaster, I have that written down because I actually have never gotten to ride them. Wait. No, I don't know. Wait. Why can't I think of it? Does Kings Island have a Woodstock? Yeah, because it used to be called like the Scooby-Doo or something. So yeah, Woodstock Express and Flying Ace Aerial Chase, that's the one I was thinking of, and Great Pumpkin Coaster. So I never got to ride those three. I'm not allowed to ride Great Pumpkin Coaster because I'm too big. But I really want to ride it for the credit, but I never got the chance to. So that kind of sucks. Maybe someday in the future I'll be able to get those credits that I'm allowed to get. Sorry about that. My coughing. My throat is really dried out right now. Also, Firehawk. I have that written down because if you guys haven't heard, Firehawk, which is the flying coaster of the park, is now gone. It was closed. Don't know why. I've heard it was just like a maintenance nightmare. So, you know, maybe it's best just to close it. Also, it wasn't a big favorite there. Little did I know my ride on that would be my last ride ever on it. So, I'm excited to see what they're gonna get in replace of it. I'm hearing people say, when I went, there was like really no signs of that. Like I said, I went August 11th, August 11th, and there was no signs of like antique cars, but they announced it like a couple of days after we went. So it looks like they're getting antique cars, and they used to have antique cars, but they got rid of them. So yeah, they're getting antique cars again, and I wonder if this might just be a filler for a roller coaster they're going to be getting in the future. Maybe in replace of Firehawk, like I mentioned before. And then, yeah, so anyway, in the conclusion, my Kings Island visit was really fun. I got to ride pretty much all the roller coasters instead of in Vertigo Racer, and of course the kiddie coasters I mentioned before. So that I would consider it a pretty successful trip. Also I didn't ride Bat when I went. Forgot about that one. I didn't ride Bat because we didn't really want to go all the way out there because it's a bit of a long walk to get the Bat. You have to walk quite a distance. So I decided to just skip it. I've been on it before, and it's nothing amazing. My favorite's the spending coaster, but it's nothing amazing, so I just decided not to go on it. But one thing I did ride when I went there was the drop tower, and that was my first time ever going on a drop tower of that size. I've never been on one of those like gyro drop towers, and if you don't know what those are, I can actually show you. These things. This thing over here. This is a gyro drop. Kings Island has one, Cedar Point doesn't. But I've always wanted to go on this, and no one's wanted to go on with me. But I finally went on it. My brother went on with me, and it was a bit underwhelming. It was actually pretty lame, to be honest. It wasn't very forceful. Like when I think of drop towers, I think of like Extreme at Waldemere, where like you're getting forced out of your seat, like you get airtime on it, you get that like free falling feeling in your stomach. On this one you don't. I've been on something like I guess similar. I went on Falcon's Fury at Busch Gardens, and that was exciting, especially the sense you face down when falling, and that was really exciting. I remember riding that and being very pleased with it. But this one, I was really underwhelmed, and I might do it again if I get the chance. I think the scariest part was just going up, because I was terrified going up. I actually started regretting my decision when we started going up super high, and then once you get to the top, they hold you there, so you get a very good view. Like, it was a very good view. I didn't really look around because I was more afraid of when I was gonna drop, because you don't know when you're gonna drop. Like, I'm sure if you go on it enough times, you probably know, like, you have the timing down, but it was my first time on it, so I had no idea when it was gonna release. And when it did drop, it was, like I said, it was a bit underwhelming, but still, I would go on it again. I won't go out of my way to go on it, but I would definitely go on it. And if you ever get the chance to, and it's a short line, you probably should go on it just for fun. But like I said, don't expect anything amazing, because yeah, it's not really amazing. And then the park I went to the most this season was, of course, Bnm, my home park. This was actually a bit of a unique season because it was actually my first season working there too. I worked there this season. I don't know if I'm gonna continue working next year. I might, but it was fun. Like, I prefer not to work there. I'd rather go there to ride stuff than to go there and work. But it was a good season. I got a total of 217 rides on the Ravine Flyer 2. I don't know how many I got on last year because I didn't count last year, but I got 217 rides this year. I went on it the least amount of times out of Coaster Films and Insane Coaster Junkie. Insane Coaster Junkie, I think, got 10 less rides than me. Well, less than 10 rides more than me. I think he had 225. I'm not 100% sure though. And then Coaster Films just completely blew us both out of the water with way over 600, I would say. So he went on it a lot, the most. I went on 217, and I want to say Insane Coaster Junkie went on it 225. It was a very good ride. It was running great this year. And I hoped next year my goal is around 250. So yes. And then new ideas for next year. Next year I actually have a lot more ideas for videos I want to make when I go to Bnm. I want to, like, I plan on getting a new GoPro because the one I have right now is broken. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I actually destroyed it for a video, but it was broken originally before that, so I just used it as a prop. So that is broken, so I plan on getting a new one for Christmas, hopefully, and making a bunch more POVs. Last year I made barely any videos at the park, and that was really a shame because I really wanted to. It's just normally when I get to the park, either A, I don't have my stuff with me, or B, I just get uncomfortable filming a bunch of people and I don't do it, and it kind of just scares me away. But anyway, I'm gonna be making a lot of new videos for this year. Also, Cannonball and Balloon Race, I should mention those. Those were very great. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Cannonball was the new water slide in the park. It was a bowl slide. It went in between the Awesome Twosome and Liquid Lightning slides. So that was really cool. They kind of squeezed it in there. But it's probably I would say probably at least one of my favorite slides in the water world. It's very fun. The bowl at the end is really small. Like, it's probably the smallest one of its kind that I've been on. Ones with a raft, at least. And so when you go down and you hit the, like, bowl part, you're, like, flying. And it depends on who you're with, because if you're with, like, a big person, then you can get some speed going down there, and it's pretty fun, especially with, like, the really tight bowl. So it's like you go around more times than you normally would. So that was really fun. And Balloon Race, that was the new flat ride for the park. That was a kiddie ride, and yeah, it was fun. Like, I mean, there's nothing too crazy about it because it's a kiddie ride, but if you guys don't know what it is, it's like one of those hot air balloon rides that, like, twist around, and you can, like, it's like a teacups, like, you can spin it. You can't spin super fast, but it's for the kids, and it was actually fun for teenagers too. Like, I saw a couple teenagers go on it. I personally went on it several times. Like, if I got bored and I was just walking by, I was like, oh, why not? And I hopped on. You can actually spin it pretty fast too, so that's pretty fun. And it swings, and it's a cool ride, nice addition, especially for the kids. I wish it was around when I was little, because I would probably ride that all the time. But it was very fun and nice little addition. It went in replaced with the old cookie pool, which used to be in the water world. It used to be the one little pool with like the dragon slide, and that they got rid of that and put in balloon race, and now there's like a big open field in where the old tadpole used to be, the one with like the elephant. And I should probably mention that. I wonder what they're going to be putting there. They haven't really mentioned anything. They've just kind of like pretending like that land's not there. And they're definitely going to be putting something in there, because there's like a lot of land there. I can't imagine them putting in something big, and it's probably what they are going to do is probably put in addition to the water world, because I doubt they're going to build like a bridge. I mean, it's possible, but I doubt that they're going to build a bridge going over there and expand Kittyland. But, you know, maybe they might do half and half, like one half can be Kittyland, the other half can be Waterworld. But, you know, it's not that much land, so it's a lot to put in something, but it's not an amazing amount of land. And I can actually show you right now. But what I think they're going to be putting in there is a 4-lane or 6-lane. I think it's 6-lane. Mat slide. I made a rumor video on it. I think it was like a 5-year, can't remember, it might have been a 5-year plan video. I don't even remember that video, but I kind of outlined the land there, and I have a feeling that they can build off one of the pre-existing complexes and maybe build off there, putting in a 4-lane mat slide, and that should be cool. If they do that, I think it would be a really nice addition to the water world. Another thing, with water world, I should mention is the overflow parking lot. If you guys don't know, the overflow parking lot is on the other side of Presque Drive, by the Tom Ridge Center, and they haven't used that parking lot in years, and there hasn't been literally like any rumors going on of them putting something in there, but I have a feeling something's going to be going in there. I don't know, maybe a bridge going across the road over to there, and then maybe having a couple slides there. If you want to check out either Insane Coaster Junkie or my video, I think we talked about that. I think it's actually on Insane Coaster Junkie's channel, so if you guys want to check out his, I forget what the video called, but if you guys want to go check that out, he goes into great detail about what might go over there. He kind of mentioned the slides that would be over there, like a family slide, like one of the big family slides. So if you guys want to go check that out, you could do that, and I think it would be really cool to see them put some slides over there. Like, it's not enough land to put in something big, but it's definitely enough land to put in a couple slides or so. So that would be exciting to see what they're gonna put in replace for the overflow parking lot. But back to the dry park, guys. Let's talk about what's coming for 2019, guys. And this is a biggie coming for 2019. In 2019, Waldameer is going to be putting in their biggest thrill ride since 2013 with the addition of Music Express. I believe it was 2013, but correct me if I'm wrong. So they're going to be putting in Chaos. Now, I've made a video on this before, and you probably all heard about it. It's been on Waldameer's Instagram and stuff like that, and that should be super cool. If you guys don't know what Chaos is, it is actually a Discovery Revolution that is built by Zamperla, and this ride is going to be great, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go into details in a second. I'm going to see if I can pull up some things. So first off, let's pull up a Discovery Revolution. So this is what Waldameer is going to be putting in. It's going to be their first upside down ride in over 60 years, I want to say. It's going to be called Chaos, and it's going to look something like this. It's going to be built by Zamperla, and the location of it is going to be down here. Let's turn on satellite mode. But Chaos, it's going to be a great ride, guys. Sorry if I'm like pausing. I'm just trying to pull up a lot of things right now. Alright, so here's Waterworld, Waldemere, I should say. And there is the train track, the train station. Chaos is going to be going right back here, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be this ride. It's going to go upside down. It can hold either 16 or 30 riders, and I'm going to show you the specifics of it right now. But this has been confirmed for next year, and it is pretty amazing. Let me see where. So right now I'm on the Zamperla website. Right. So yeah, this ride is going to be big, and it has a couple different programs. You can either program it to go upside down or not upside down. Knowing Waldemere, they're probably going to go with the upside down version program, because if you look back to when they put in the Music Express, that too had a program to either go faster, slower, and slower. I think there's 3 programs on that one, A, B, and C. Let's call it. And I went with C, the fastest version. So, knowing Waldemere, they're probably going to go with the fastest version, with the big version for this too. And here's a giant discovery. Let's look for Discovery Revolution. So Waldemere has worked with Zamperla before. As you can see, Convoy, Waldemere has that called Big Rigs. They have the balloon races. Waldemere works with Zamperla all the time. So it comes as no surprise that they're going to be putting in the Zamperla ride. As you can see, Happy Swing too. There's a giant discovery, but that's not the one I'm looking for. MIDI Discovery, no. If I can't find it, it's fine. Teacups, Waldemere has. Where is it? Hold on. Is there like a search thing? Ah, here it is. Search. Discovery Revolution. So, like I said, it's going to be going right behind the El Ruth Express station, and it's going to be Waldemere's first upside down ride since, I want to say over 60 years. So this is something big, guys. We first heard it, Insane Coaster Junkie actually mentioned it to me. He said it was first mentioned on this one website called Screamscape, where they actually confirmed it. And then a couple months later, Waldemere went on and announced it on their Instagram. So as you can see, it's gonna go over 64. It could go around 60 feet high in the air. That's how high you're gonna be going. It can hold. It has max swing angle of 360 degrees. As you can see, it's gonna go upside down. It can either hold 16 or 30 passengers. I don't know which one Waldemere is going to be going for. I'm guessing this one, which is the 16 one. But, you know, I don't know. Waldemere likes to get people through their rides fast. So I won't be surprised if they go with the 30. But at the same time, with the amount of area they have, which is right back here, I can't imagine them being something really big, because you have to take in consideration the queue line, and it's only going to be in this little area right now. It's not going to go back here. It's going to be in this little area right here where these picnic grills are. So they need to take into consideration queue line. They need to take into consideration, you know, a couple things. So I'm going to imagine they're going to go with the 16 one because that's smaller. But at the same time, they did mention, you know, they might be getting the big one, because they did mention it's going to go 60 feet in the air. But I don't know. We'll see. So Waldemir's gonna be getting this called Chaos. It's gonna be awesome, and we're gonna really enjoy it. It's gonna be open. They've started construction on it already. So I'm excited to see the progress with that. Hopefully I can go someday during the off season and check out construction. And then hopefully I can ride down Season Pass Photo Day for the first time, and that should be really fun. Season Pass Photo Day is towards the end of April before the park opens. So if you can get your Season Pass picture, and they have a couple rides open, and I can probably imagine Chaos being one of them. All right, so rumors now. Let's talk about some rumors that has been going around Waldemir. This is an updated image of Waldemir. Waldemir has been constantly expanding and stuff, and they're getting closing things, getting new things. As you can see over here, this is the plot on land I'm talking about. They completely removed the tadpole over here, and this is now just a field. And I know how I said this is supposed to be more of a podcast, and you can like set down your phone and listen to it, but I feel like visuals would be easier, so I'm just gonna talk about things and point it out. They mentioned, so I have a feeling a 6-lane mat slide, it can go over here, and then the overflow parking lot over here can probably have some things, but the only problem was this Tom Ridge Environmental Center is right next door to that. So, you know, it was hard enough to put up the ravine flyer. I doubt they want us to block, Waldemir to block the view of on top of the tower. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, if they even do that. And then any other rumors, can't really think of any off the top of my head right now. Oh, jeez, I can't even believe I forgot this. Waldemir has 5-acre parcel back behind Rainbow Gardens over here. And this, it goes down, sorry, so if you ever been to Waldemir, you would know Rainbow Gardens. Right behind, there's like a couple picnic tables, and then it goes right down a ravine, or like a cliff. And then there's 5-acre parcel right there, and then it goes off into Lake Erie. Paul Nelson has mentioned a couple things, and he's mentioned a zip line, I believe, or a trolley going down the ravine, and it's able to take you up, so you don't have to walk. You can take like a trolley down there, or possibly a zip line, and then it takes you down into that 5-acre parcel. I can imagine them putting in a couple things down here. One is an upside down roller coaster, possible for either 2020 or 2021, and that's something Waldemir really needs, because they do not have a single steel roller coaster except for Steel Dragon and Ravine Flyer 3 that goes upside down. These the Steel Dragon and Ravine Flyer 3 do not go upside down, and I feel like they need to upgrade, as Steel Dragon is a monochrome spinning coaster, so it's more of bank turns, but it doesn't go very fast. It only goes like 30 something miles per hour, so it's not really anything big. So I can imagine them putting in the 5-acre parcel. I can imagine them putting in a steel coaster. Now, the type of steel coaster is the question. I can't really see them putting in something too big down there, because I doubt Waldemir is just gonna take up all that land just to put in a single ride. Waldemir is probably gonna put a bunch of things down there and expand the park even more and add in a more variety. So what I can see going down there is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's something similar to Tempesto at the Tempesto ride at Busch Gardens, which is this thing. So what basically it is this isn't it. I doubt this is what they're going to be adding in, but I can see something similar to this rather than a more of a coaster that just kind of goes around like Ravine Flyer. I have a feeling it's going to go more vertical than it is horizontal, and that's probably why they're going to put in something similar to that, because it takes up less space than something that such as, like, you know, Steel Dragon. And also another thing, it goes upside down. The only problem with it is capacity, because those things can only run one train at a time. And that may be a problem because Voldemort likes to really pump people in and out of the lines. You see with the Ravine Flyer, there's people constantly going through it. There's like, constantly people riding and riding and riding. They can get trains in and out of there really fast. So the line, it's either normally a walk on, and even days that the line is really long, you can probably get in and out of there in less than 20 minutes. So that's really impressive. So that might be the problem, but Waldemar can probably work around it and have fast operations, and that would be really cool to see a upside down roller coaster come into the park. I can also see them putting in a sit down restaurant down here, because they do have the concession stands. They do have concession stands, and they have concessions around the park. But, it's the standard amusement park food, so I can probably see them doing something Cedar Point does, and putting in, like, a sit-down restaurant. That's just a rumor. I don't know. That's just something I would like to personally see. I can also see them putting in some more flat rides. I don't know what kind of flat rides. I could just see them putting in a flat ride. Just a couple flat rides of some sort. Probably pretty thrilling flat rides, too. Would be really cool to see. Like I said, I don't know what, though. Anyway, let's talk about the Spider. The Spider is the flat ride at Waldemar that is right next to the Wacky Shack and kind of by the Ravine Flyer entrance. And this thing is old. Like, it's a vintage ride. You don't see things like this very much anymore. It has like the controls where you pull the like metal bar that starts the ride, and you don't have like buttons and stuff. So this thing is old, and it had some trouble this last season. Why did it have trouble? I don't know. But it had some trouble. I don't know if you guys saw my video called Spider Bites the Dust. But I kind of went into it. I talked about it. I showed videos of it. But they completely dismantled the ride down to the ground. They took off all the trains, they took off the arms. The last thing was of the ride was just like the centerpiece. I don't know why, but they did. So yeah, trying to think about. Alright. Alright, sorry about that. I was just writing down something, a quick note. Alright, but anyway, they took it down. I forget when. It was a couple weeks into the season. I got a chance to ride it once before they closed it down, but it was like closing down every couple of days for maintenance issues. So they completely took it down, and they didn't. And Waldemar just kind of avoided it and pretended like nothing was going on. But then towards like the last week of the season, they opened it back up. So I don't know what's going to be going on this next season. I bet it's probably going to be open. But it kind of was, it was kind of interesting what they did with the Spider. So people were saying that they were going to get rid of it, and I was personally thinking that myself. And they were thinking that it'd extend the path to go around Rainbow Gardens, and that's when you would be able to board the trolley to go down to the 5-acre parcel. Like we saw, that didn't happen. And the Spider came back, and Waldemar actually mentioned that on their Instagram. I forget exactly what they said, but they said they posted a picture when it opened. And another thing about Instagram, guys, follow me on Instagram. My name is Gabriel underscore Markley, and that is not Vladimir. Trying to see if I can pull up the post real quick. Alright, here's their Instagram. Yep, here it is. So it says, hello rumors and speculation, I'm back, and it has a video of the spider running. And then here's where they mentioned chaos, and they also had teasers of it. It says, too soon to get excited for 2019? Never. Our world is turning upside down. So I thought that was pretty cool. Just teasing. And actually, this right here, this is kind of like the area where chaos is going. So I thought that was an interesting thing that they did. But yep, they brought back Spider September 1st, which was literally a few days before the season closed. It closed like September 3rd. So that was interesting. Anyway, last thing I've written down is updates. Vladimir is updating constantly. They are always updating the park with the Ravine Flyer, which they haven't added a roller coaster since the Ravine Flyer in 2008. But they are constantly updating the park with the update of balloon race right in this area. They're updating Kittyland. They closed this. Updating Waterworld with the addition of Cannonball right down here. They also updating Waterworld with the updation of Battle of Lake Erie and all this stuff. They're constantly adding in new things, so I would not be surprised to see them adding in a bunch of new things this next year, especially in the 5-acre parcel that they have right down here. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be adding. Alright guys, next on to our next topic is Carowinds, guys. Yep, Carowinds. Now you may be wondering why am I talking about Carowinds? What's so special about Carowinds? Well, there's a couple things special about Carowinds. You can maybe think, if you're like into the coaster community, you would know. But anyway, someday in June, probably I would imagine towards the end of June, my family is taking a trip on vacation, and they're gonna be and we're gonna be going to Carowinds one of those days. And guys, I can't even tell you how excited I am to go to Carowinds. Carowinds has been one of those parks that I've wanted to go to since I've been into roller coasters. I've always wanted to go to Cedar Point, Kings Island, and Carowinds, and this is Carowinds right here. And the reason why I want to go here, you may be asking, is for Fury 325. This monster of a coaster right here, this teal coaster, guys. This used to be, now I say used to be because a lot of people say that it's no longer, but it used to be the best roller coaster in the world. So it's definitely number 2. And I want to ride it. It's the first ever Bnm Giga Coaster, and guys, this thing is insane. It's 325 feet, it has a duration of 3 minutes and 25 seconds, hence 325. And guys, this thing is awesome. Both my friends, Coaster Films and Insane Coaster Junkie, have been on it, and they totally recommend it, and I've wanted to go on it for I don't even know how long. So I'm finally going to be getting the chance to. And then another roller coaster I kind of look forward to, but I hear a lot of bad reviews about, is Intimidator. Not Intimidator 305, but just Intimidator, which is themed to Daryl Earnhardt. There's 2 different Intimidators. There's Intimidator, which is at Carowinds, and Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. But guys, I heard this coaster it's good. I mean, it's not bad, but I heard that you don't really get airtime on it. It's not very forceful. I heard Diamondback at Kings Island's better, and I could probably see it being better, but still, I'm looking forward to this. This still looks like a great coaster. So, you know, I'm excited to ride that. But like I said, the one I'm mainly looking forward for is Fury 325. Another one I'm looking forward to is Afterburn, which is this one down here. This is a Bnm invert. From what I've heard, it's the best Bnm invert probably in the I don't know if I want to say the world, but it's probably one of the best Bnm inverts in America. Coaster Studios has said it's his favorite Bnm invert. My favorite one is Montu at Busch Gardens, but I have a feeling that's going to be my second favorite after I ride this one, guys. This looks like a great coaster. I heard a lot of good reviews about it. Insane Coaster Junkie's always talking about how awesome it is, and so I finally get the chance to ride it in June, and it's going to be a great time. I don't know too much about the coaster, but all I've heard it's a very good B&M invert, so I'm looking forward to it. And then lastly, the one I'm looking forward to, again, is Copperhead Strike, guys. Right down here. It's currently not there, but it's new for 2019. Guys, this is going to be an awesome coaster. It's going to be the first roller coaster on the eastern coast, I think they said, that features 2 launches. This is going to be built by Mock Rides, and it's going to look awesome. Copperhead Strike is going to be a great ride, and I'm excited to ride this, guys. Trust me. From what I've seen, the POVs of it look very good. They're starting construction on it, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know too much about this one really either. I don't know a lot about Carowinds in general other than Fury 325 and Intimidator and Afterburn, but I don't really know a lot of the facts. But guys, Copperhead Strike looks great. It has 2 launches. It's gonna have 5 inversions, I want to say, and it's the Carolina's first double launch coaster, guys. It's gonna be awesome, as you can see it right here. But anyway, it's gonna be very fun, very thrilling. POV look great. It looks like it has some decent airtime to it, and it's gonna be a great ride to ride. So anyway, Copperhead Strike. So guys, let's say I do ride every roller coaster that I can ride at Carowinds, and I can be able to ride a total of 13 roller coasters, bringing my coaster count to a total of 85. Now, for some reason I saw it a couple days ago it was at 82, so I thought it was going to bring me to 95, but no, it's only 85, so I doubt I'm going to hit 100 this year. Actually, I'm definitely not going to hit it. Well, I know, I shouldn't say that. I might be able to hit 100, but guys, I'm really excited for this park. I heard great things about it. I mean, I heard some of the roller coasters are bleh. Like Nighthawk, which people say Firehawk at Kings Island was so much better than this. Still gonna ride it. Carolina Gold Rusher, I heard it's mediocre. Cedar Creek Mine Ride's better. I heard Vortex isn't that great. I heard the beginning's alright, but after that it's pretty crap. Kitty Hawk I look forward to because it's gonna be kind of like my first Flying Ace aerial chase. So I hope to be able to get that credit. Same with Woodstock Express. I can imagine it being more like the Comet. I hope to ride that. But yeah, I hope to ride all these roller coasters, guys. I hope to get my my coaster count up to 85. So anyway, next thing I want to talk about is King's Dominion. Now I'm just kind of mentioning this because I don't know if I'm going to be going to King's Dominion, but there's a possibility that I might. If I can do a lot of convincing, I can maybe get to King's Dominion, and it should be pretty cool. I've never been to King's Dominion. None of my friends have, but from what I've heard, it's a great park. It's the sister park of Kings Island, but they have a great group of coasters. I heard the Intimidator 305. That's the big one I want to ride there. Intimidator 305 is going to be great. So I really hope to get to King's Dominion this next season. And I don't know how many coasters they can get, but that's definitely going to get me into the 90s if I'm able to do that. I think I did the math. I think it might be able to... I want to say it's going to get me to 99 coasters. I don't know. I don't know how many are there, but it might get me to 99. I don't know. So, yeah. King's Dominion. So yeah, hopefully that would be really fun to go. And if that does get me to 99, for my 100th coaster, hopefully I can ride Steel Curtain. That's another one I hope to ride this next season. Guys, if you haven't heard of Steel Curtain, then what are you doing? Steel Curtain is going to it's going to Kennywood this next season, and who knew? Out of all the parks, Kennywood will be getting this coaster. Like, seriously? I was surprised when they announced it, but Steel Curtain, it's built by S&S. It's going to Kennywood, and it's, guys, hear me out. It's going to have the most inversions in America with a total of 9. That's incredible. I mean, this ride looks like it's going to be great, and it's also going to have the tallest inversion in the world with this one up here. This ride just looks great in general. If you haven't heard about it, it's called Steel Curtain. It's actually themed to a play that the Steelers used, I think, to win the Super Bowl, I want to say. I'm personally not a Steelers fan, so I don't really like the theme of it, but, you know, if you are a Steelers fan, then this probably is going to be your favorite roller coaster in the world. But, guys, this thing looks awesome, and I hope to be able to ride this. Maybe, who knows, this may be my 100th roller coaster if I'm able to get to King's Dominion and to Kennywood this season, which I'm set my bar up really high, but, you know, it'd be really cool to do. I don't know, but let's talk about the trains. IAAPA, which is this kind of like amusement park convention that was held in Orlando, Florida this past week, actually announced the trains, and here are the trains. They look really nice. The seats are like football themed, as you can see. They have like the front of the train has like number 33 on it. It's themed to like the Steelers jersey, and it looks nice. Like the restraints look somewhat comfortable. This guy doesn't look to be very comfortable, but I really hope to be able to get to it. The trains, like, even though I'm not a Steelers fan, I actually really like the look of the trains on this. And it's gonna be like the first roller coaster to be themed to a sports team. I mean, that's cool, but